Good evening, YouTube. This is my XC70, and today I'd like to document everything I've done to it. So, I found a donor car at a scrapyard about an hour and a half from where I live, and I pulled a lot of the stuff that this car's got on it now from that vehicle. So the mud flaps here, I pulled from that car. Tow hitch receiver, I also pulled from that vehicle. Couldn't tell you how many Sawzall blades I went through to get that off. That was fun. So mud flaps all the way around the floor. Trailer hitch receiver. Now I would open this, but I've got all my tools spread out everywhere. But back in here, I've got the cargo cage, which was a really hard option to find, and not many people have them. What else have I done? I have to warn, when you do a trailer hitch mounting job, please make sure you have somebody else with you, because I dropped the bumper and broke the clips for that, the parking sensor, because I refused to unplug it because I'm lazy. But other than that, it's pretty stock for now. I'm hoping to do a couple things to it, but we'll see with time. We'll see how it goes. Maintenance I've done, had to do a couple pulleys and water pump because of course one had to seize, so that means belt, idler, tensioner, water pump, and something else. I don't even remember what it was. That cost quite a bit. Cabin air filter, I paid my friend to do it, so I didn't have to do it because you had to pull apart the underneath of the dash to get to it. So that's a pain in the neck. I'm throwing on my summers hopefully next week. What else? It's a pig on fuel. Last time I filled up was the 17th of March, and today's the 23rd, and I burned through a full tank. Under the hood, there's not much to document. I mean, it is stock, but I have done the engine air filter. That was $30. Cabin air was about 30 as well. There we go. The hood release sticks a little bit, and the hood release inside the car is stretched, so I have to replace that soon if I can find it. But some of them are bumper off jobs, and I got quoted at, I think it was $1,100 to replace it, so I don't really want to do it. I want to do it myself. Otherwise, bone stock, everything's in here tight. Like, it's been good. I think we're at about 270,000 kilometers now, and it's been great. Sorry for the cut in video. Other camera got full of storage, so I had to switch. Another thing I've done was the yellow, I believe it's an H8 fog light. So those have been really helpful, and they're bright. Everybody on the road flashes me with their high beams because they think that I've got my full brights on, but it's just the yellow fog, and they're pretty cheap too online. I think I paid $40 for them, so it's well worth it if you're looking at the mod. I've had to do that bulb there, the running light. That was about $10. I mean, the first year anniversary of having it will be on March 28th. That's when I got it. So it has almost been a full year, and overall no complaints. It drives smooth, steers like a yacht, but I don't mind. I've done some pretty sketchy stuff with it, whether it be on or off road, and it's been perfect. I would say that it's fast, but it's not quick. It takes a couple seconds to get up there, but it'll do it. I'm hoping maybe in the summer, this summer, I'm gonna do maybe crossbars. we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I like the look the way it is now, but we'll see how it goes. All-wheel drive system. I've talked to so many different people about it because I know a guy with a Subaru. He's confident that his car will whoop mine in snow. I don't think so because I've done some pretty good stuff. I don't even know what all-wheel drive system to compare it to because Land Rover, Range Rovers is all right. Ford's is okay. Chevy's is eh. But the Haldex version that they used in this vehicle is just incredible. Anybody looking, please, please, please have a look at these, because even though they're new, they still pull a little bit of money. It's a 2012. It's new to me. But even though it's a newer vehicle, I know the P2 generation might be more appealing, which to me it was, but I needed the technology, I needed the Bluetooth, I needed all the sensors, and it's just been incredible. I mean, in the winter, the sensors get covered in snow and stuff, so during the winter they cover up and then they just beep steady, but otherwise it's been fine. Just got to get out, clear them off once in a while. Rust has been a slight issue, not bad, but just up here by the window it corrodes, but the way to fix it is really stupid. So what I did was took my Dremel and my wire brushes and got right down, but this is so deep that you can almost put your finger in the car. So I had to leave a couple layers of the metal in there. So I ended up just painting it over, whatever. But my windshield is chipped, and if it does start to crack, then I will end up fixing that rust completely because the glass is going to be out anyway. So it might even, I don't even know if it's around here. I haven't pulled back the weather stripping yet. These are really expensive to replace. I did some research, Reddit, Facebook, all the guys on there, and they want, I think it was close to $3,500 because the rain sensor, distance sensor, whatever else is in this cluster here, needs to be reprogrammed every time you do the glass. So it is very, very pricey. I really don't want to do it, but it is what it is if I have to. The metal trim around the windows and stuff, having this car, or having these cars, period, Reddit is a really helpful thing because any issue you find, somebody's done it 10 years ago. So I've got a nav system I'm in the process of trying to retrofit from the donor car. Can't figure it out for my life, and nobody's got the tool around me but the dealer, and I don't want to pay $200 to even have them open the door to look at it. So who knows when I'm going to get that done. But this trim I find corrodes underneath, even here too at the joint. Corrodes underneath, but it is anodized aluminum. So you can't clean it. You can paint it black. I don't want to, just because I think it keeps the look of the car just classy, because it's got so much black plastic everywhere else. I'd rather not add more. I would say when looking to buy, I would stay away from the turbo model, to be honest with you. This is a 3.2 naturally aspirated. I've never had an issue other than the seizing and the water pump, and I don't even want to talk about what else, but overall, anybody else I've talked to, it's been one of the most reliable engines these cars came with. So they did a really good job with it, and most examples are 300,000 to 500,000 kilometers. This one's at 270, so it's getting there, but it's not bad. The turbo models, I hear they have different issues like wastegate and a couple other things, but then again, it would be more fuel efficient, so it does have its pros and cons. This one, what's my range? I just filled it now. Let's see what my range is at. Filled it and drove it for 15 minutes. What's the range at? 530. And the last tank I got 565 out of. So it's not awful, but it's not the most fuel efficient car I've driven. Overall, perfect car. Oh yeah, did I mention that I had to do one of the springs in the rear because it corroded until there was almost nothing left of it? Because I did have to do that. These rear calipers, I guess when the last guy did the brakes, he didn't do them right. They kind of just seized up a little bit, and turns out I was braking with only my front. So I had to get that done as well as the spring. I did both in the back. It'll be easier to see next video when I got my summers mounted. Other than that, it's really smooth, drives perfect. I would say it's one of the perfect dailies. I've had to move a couple people, all their stuff, and so having the seats that fold completely flat, I filled the space in between the driver's seat and the back seat. I was able to drop them completely, having all the room in the world. I would say 5'10" at best, and I can lay down straight flat and still have room both from my head and my feet. So I'm excited this summer to camp in the car, I'm hoping. All the space in the world. Overall, just great to drive. If you have any questions, please let me know. There's comment section below should be around. But yeah, anybody looking, I highly recommend these. I think it was the prices dropped in the last little bit. They went around the time I bought it, they were worth roughly 8,000 to 15,000. But now I see them on Facebook all the time in my area. 4,000, 2,000, 6,000, 10, 12, depending on what year you get. Because this generation, if I remember correctly, started in 2008 and ended in 15 or 16. So if you find anyone in those years, they're pretty solid cars. The recalls that they've needed, Volvo's covered, free of charge usually. Airbags, anything, defects on the body and the engine, Volvo's all done free of cost. So they did a really good job with these cars. Their support's still really good. Their parts departments are pretty good with this stuff, although now that they're older, they're not really stocking as much stuff. But they're amazing. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and have a good night.